You say there's a gap in the collection? I think you're right.
After all the running around I've done this morning, I'd say it's about time for a bourbon flight, wouldn't you? I had to go and do some exercises in the gym. I walked for half an hour. I came home, had dinner or something to eat in the morning, and then I went down to the bank to pay some taxes, and now I'm home, and I have 3 bottles in front of me rather than a frontal lobotomy. Here I have Buffalo Trace. This one here has left such a great impression on me that I had to come back to it and get another bottle of it. I bought this bottle a few weeks ago. I just haven't cracked it yet. Let's do this properly, shall we? Gotcha. There we are. Little top off of there. Let's have a pop. Ooh, good pop. There's the Buffalo Trace, fresh new bottle. We'll put it in the old Glencairn glass. Okay. It has the whole story about following buffaloes and stuff across the plains. Yeah. Well, let's give this one a little swirl in the glass. Oh, it has that beautiful vanilla and caramel note. It's got some nice legs on the side, 45% alcohol by volume. Oh, this stuff is just heavenly aroma to it. A lot of wood, caramel, and vanilla. Not so much of a rye bite. Well, let's see, does it say? It won't say the percentage of rye. Well, it's at least 51% corn, so that's what bourbon's all about. Oh, it smells great. Oh, that is fine. I'd say it's halfway between a wheated bourbon and a high rye bourbon. It's somewhere in between. Still one of my favorites. I like this stuff a lot. I'm glad I came back to it and got another bottle. Yes, sir. Buffalo Trace. Good stuff. I also have here some 12-year-old Elijah Craig. This one has been a favorite of mine for at least more than 20 years now. It's bottled at 47%. I believe it has a higher rye content than the Buffalo Trace. So we'll give that a right away. It has a completely different aroma to it. Funny thing is, I'm still tasting the Buffalo Trace, so I should cleanse my palate. Buffalo Trace has a nice long aftertaste to it. And here we are with the Craig. This one here. Doesn't have much legs to it. Maybe it's a dirtier glass. I don't know. Or maybe it's a cleaner glass. Yeah, it has some of that rye bite to it. Definitely drier. Not as sweet as a Buffalo Trace. But after the Buffalo Trace, it goes down very nicely. This is a higher rye content and a slightly higher alcohol content. Yeah, I like this stuff. If I was to start with Elijah Craig, I wouldn't like it. But if I start with Buffalo Trace and go to Elijah Craig, it makes the rye in there taste just right. Nice combination so far. Oh yeah, splendiferous. Now I'm doing this flight right now because I have a bottle of Four Roses single barrel, which I've had for a few months now. I think this dates back to about January or February. And man, this stuff is nice. The cork still pops after all this time. And I've been enjoying this 50% alcohol by volume bourbon since I first got it. And now that it's almost gone, I think I can get one more dram out of it. Now that it's almost gone, I might as well enjoy it. I might as well review it and taste it for all the yous out there. Give the glass a coating. Yeah, that has some legs to it. This one is more of a get a little bit of that coolness from the higher alcohol content. Did I mention that it's bottled at 50%? I know I'm drinking more water than I'm drinking whiskey, but that's part of the game. Don't want to get dehydrated because this stuff will do it to you. I'm getting more oak and you know what? I'm getting quite a bit of that alcohol coolness in my nose. I'm going to add a bit of water to this one. That's probably quite enough. And do it again. Bring the alcohol content down to about 40. Okay. I hope I didn't drown it. Yeah. I'm getting more. I remember it being sweeter. Let's try. Oh, now I'm getting the corn sweetness. Oh yeah, it wouldn't let go of that without a bit of water. Oh, now it's really coming through. Corn. You know, I think I gave it a little bit too much water. Ah, put that in there. Ah, too much water. Let's pour it straight again.
What's it like outside, hun?
It's cloudy out, hon.
But warm or what?
Yeah, it's plenty warm. I wouldn't say hot, but warm. Let's do this again. Full strength. Alcohol coolness once again. Corn sweetness. Well, there's nothing wrong with cleansing your palate with the same thing, right? That one tastes like water. This one, alcohol coolness again. Anesthetic. At 50% or more, it acts like an anesthetic. Takes all this smell away. Maybe if I just add a tiny little bit of this water with whiskey in it. Okay, that should be enough. Do this again. Yep, corn sweetness. No coolness anymore. I think we brought it down to about 45, between 40 and 45%. So give it a roll around the glass again. Okay. I like this Four Roses single barrel. It's corn, it's sweet, and it's high alcohol content. I like all three, but I like this one a little less now that it's empty. So there you go. There's my Buffalo Craig Roses flight.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
What?
Yeah.